Today in Abaco, Bahamas, my birthplace of Dundas Town, it's the second anniversary of Hurricane Dorian, and it didn't make it any easier. By this time, dark was shedding and the winds began to howl. And tomorrow, the next day, I will find that my mother have to be flown to hospital. Lo and behold, the Minister of Foreign Affairs came in to the Friendship Tabernacle where we had over 250 people that run to safety. And that meeting, I still have a hard time swallowing when the minister that has so much power, I asked, can you arrange for a helicopter to take my mother, Althea Mills, to the hospital? His words to me is that your mother is not priority at this time. The priority of this F&M government is to look in the ceilings and receive the dead people. Pastor Mills saw me and he knew what I was going to say next. So he interrupted me and the minister conversation, and he said to Darren Henfield, with all due respect, Pastor, the dead don't have more power than the living. Surely your government can change their policy and make sure it's secure. This church with 250 people with it, in it, so that no more people would sneak into here. Darren Henfield said, Bishop Mills, suck it up. That is our priority. I have my orders. Just like a soldier. And he walked out of the church. I was painful then and it's painful now. But I saw something also today that was very painful to Kai Mills, and every time they step out of line, I'm going to try by video to spank them back in line. You imagine that all the decent merchants that lost everything, most of their shop was looted, destroyed in Hurricane Dorian. They closed their shops today in respect to the memories of the ones that are dead and for the ones that are alive. And what I saw in Dundas Town today really bothered me. You see, this is my hometown. I don't care who you are. You could be red as red, yellow as yellow. The people of Dundas Town, the majority of the sensible thinking people that is still going through a storm called this F&M government shall speak on the 16th. But what I saw was in bad taste today, that all the businesses in Marshaba, 95% of them were closed to show some respect. And what I saw from a guy that wants to be leader of this country, and the Honorable Brave Davis, and the candidate for the PLP in Cooperstown, Kirk Cornish, left a bad taste in my mouth, because they went at Brown Bay and lay a wreath in remembrance of our dead. Afterwards, they went door to door in Dundas Town campaigning. That is unacceptable. Somebody in that group ought to say to Brave, I know you don't have much time, But today is not the day to go campaigning in Kai Mills' stronghold of Dundastan. I could have taken the video, but I didn't want to include the people that I see him at their house. The whole entourage road blocked up. And they're campaigning with no remorse. It's just a show for the leader of the opposition to come at a church service saying that he cared, and having a memorial, did the whole pageantry. But all they want is power. I looked at that and I shake my head. I say, my Lord. Both Brave Davis and Coit Cornish and the Progressive Liberal Party owe the people, they owe us an apology for disrespecting us on a solemn day. They ought not be out trying to coerce people while they're sorrowful, while they're remembering, while they're trying to remember. You're going to stick t-shirt and paraphernalias and promise of gold in their face on the very day 2 years ago when they almost lost their life. Brave ought to know better than that. He's a seasoned politician. He is vying for Prime Minister of this country. And is this the way you're going to operate? I beg everybody, forget the PLP. Especially on this day. This day should be nothing but memories. How could you possibly, after Chad closed all of his businesses, and we in Abaco know how Chad like money, and he closed everything down in respect for the dead on this day, and leader of the opposition, Brave Davis, went in the church, spoke in the church, and soon as he finished laying the wreath, he was on the campaign trail as if he didn't come to the church, as if he didn't lay that wreath as a memory of our dead. There's nobody that ought to be in campaigning in, especially Dundastan. You see you in Dundastan, so I gotta spank you. The angels out of heaven gotta come down and personally touch Coit Cornish to enable him to beat Kai Mills in my stronghold of Dundastan, Murphytown, and Central Pines. I gotta spank y'all and let y'all know it was disrespectful, and you owe us an apology, because the Progressive Liberal Party never sent one representative at the grave site when they put down the unknown. Nobody came. The Progressive Liberal Party didn't send 50 sheets of plywood into Abaco to help not one single person. And they saying to my people of Dundastan, vote PLP, because now, this day, this week, after 2 years, the Progressive Liberal Party has just begun to care about the future of North Abaco. That's unacceptable. That's hogwash that you could be so brutal, uncaring, unkind, while we are mourning one of the worst day of our lives. How dare you come into my district, Mr. Brave Davis and the Progressive Liberal Party candidate Coit Cornish, and going door to door with open, bold promises. And everybody know that promises is a comfort to an idiot and a fool. That's all they was portraying today. Had no remorse, no sympathy for this solemn day that we put aside only to remember our dead. And y'all made a mockery of this day by going house to house, door to door. A man that want to be the leader of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas had no respect for Abaco, dead nor living, by interrupting their time of remembrance by going and say, vote PLP. There's a time and a place for everything under the sun, but the day was not the day. So y'all owe us an apology.